Hi Guy. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time of visiting this channel, kindly subscribe to my channel. Thanks. In today's video I will explain how they tried to fire me on my first day until the CEO saw what I did. I never imagined that the first day of my new job, the day I'd prayed for, fought for, sacrificed for, would end with 3 managers surrounding me like I was some kind of criminal. One of them pointed at me with so much hatred in her eyes that I genuinely wondered if she'd mistaken me for someone else. "You're done here," she said. "Security is coming. You're being terminated immediately." My whole body froze. It was my first day. I hadn't even been officially clocked in for 3 hours. And I kept thinking one thing over and over. God, please, what did I do wrong? Little did I know. The CEO, the man whose name was on the building, had already seen what I did earlier that morning. And because of that, everything was about to shift. My life. My job. My dignity. My future. All because of one moment no one else noticed, except him. I should start from the beginning, before everything went insane. My name is, narrator name, and for most of my adult life, I've been stuck in a cycle I couldn't escape. Low-paying jobs. Toxic supervisors. Late-night shifts that left me exhausted. Rent payments that felt like they were designed to keep me one step away from homelessness. I wasn't afraid of hard work. I was afraid of dying in the same place I started. So, when I got the email saying I'd been accepted as a junior operations coordinator at one of the fastest-growing companies in the city, I cried. Literally cried. I thought it was my breakthrough. A real career. Real stability. Real hope. My mom hugged me so tight that day I could barely breathe. She kept whispering, "Baby, this is your time. Don't let anyone take it from you." I didn't know how prophetic those words would be. On my first morning, I arrived 1 hour early. Not 30 minutes, a full hour. I wanted to make a good impression. I wore the only professional outfit I owned. My shoes were polished. My hair was done. I kept rehearsing possible greetings in my head. "Good morning, I'm the new coordinator. Good morning, I'm excited to be here. Good morning, thank you for the opportunity." I was nervous, but hopeful. When I entered the building, the lobby was spotless, wide, and modern, marble floors, giant screen panels showing the company logo, employees scanning badges. I felt tiny. Like I didn't belong. But I whispered to myself, "You earned this. You belong here. Walk in." As I stood waiting for someone from HR to come get me, something happened. A woman, a janitor, was struggling with a huge supply cart. One of the wheels had jammed, and the entire cart tilted, spilling cleaning supplies everywhere. Dozens of employees passed her, stepping around her like she was invisible. You know that feeling when you see someone struggling and something in your chest just won't let you ignore it? That was me. Without thinking, I rushed to her. "Let me help," I said. She looked at me like she wasn't used to someone offering. Together, we lifted the heavy cart, fixed the broken wheel, and I helped her reorganize the supplies. She kept saying thank you, over and over. Then, and I didn't know he was there, a man walked out of the executive elevator. Tall. In a sharp suit. Holding a briefcase. He stood there quietly for a moment, watching the entire scene. I didn't even see him. Not yet. Not until much, much later. HR finally took me upstairs to meet my department. Before we even reached the office, I heard loud laughter coming from inside, the kind that suddenly stops when a new person walks in. When the HR rep introduced me, "This is your new junior operations coordinator." The room went silent. 3 women at the corner desk exchanged a look. Not a friendly look. Not a curious look. A hateful look. Like my existence personally offended them. These 3 women, I would learn their names quickly, were Amanda, the team lead. Cold. Sharp-tongued. Smiled without her eyes ever moving. Brianna, the gossip. Loud. Smirked a lot. Lydia, the quiet one who followed whatever the others did. Their first question wasn't "welcome" or "nice to meet you." It was Amanda asking, "So, what exactly made HR hire you?" In that moment, something inside me shrank. But I tried to stay polite. I'm excited to learn and contribute, I said with a soft smile. Brianna snorted. Lydia whispered something to her and they both chuckled. That's when I knew. I wasn't welcome. Not even a little. They didn't even give me a chair. Literally. When I asked where I could sit, Amanda waved a hand. Somewhere. Just, figure it out. I stood for 20 minutes before someone from IT noticed and brought me a spare chair. The rest of the morning was chaos. They refused to train me. They refused to answer my questions. They sent me outdated files. They mocked me for typing slowly while learning a new system. They pretended not to hear when I spoke. They intentionally assigned me tasks wrong so they could complain later. At 11:47 a.m., I still remember the time, Brianna leaned over and said, "You won't last the week." Not whispered. Said it loudly. In front of everyone. I pretended not to hear it. But inside, it stabbed deep. Right before lunchtime, something happened that flipped my entire world upside down. I received an email. A single email. Subject line. Urgent, violation report, meeting at 1 p.m. My hands shook as I clicked it. It accused me of accessing restricted files, tampering with internal records, causing system errors, violating confidentiality, neglecting assigned tasks, and at the bottom, immediate termination recommended. My heart nearly stopped. It was all lies. Every single accusation. I had barely even touched the computer. I looked up and I saw the three women staring at me, grinning like they already knew. Like they wrote it. Like they were waiting for me to break. For the first time that day, I felt fear. Real fear. At exactly 1 o'clock, I walked into a conference room. 3 managers were waiting for me. A woman from HR sat in the corner, arms crossed. No one smiled. No one greeted me. No one asked how I was doing on my first day. They went straight for the kill. Do you know why you're here? I swallowed hard. No. One of them slid a printed copy of the email toward me. Explain this. There was a tightness in my chest, like all the air had been sucked out of the room. I didn't do any of that, I whispered. The managers exchanged looks. One of them leaned forward. You're lying. I swear I didn't. Stop. She cut me off. Security is coming. You're being terminated now. I froze. Cold swept through me. Tears burned my eyes, but I refused to let them fall. My first day. My dream job. My chance to rebuild my life. Gone. Just like that. But then, everything changed. Right as they stood to escort me out, the conference room door opened. And in walked a man. Tall. Composed. Serious. The same man who had watched me helping the janitor earlier that morning, though I still didn't realize it yet. The managers immediately straightened up. One of them gasped. Mr. Halden, sir, we weren't expecting you. Mr. Halden. The CEO. He looked directly at me. Then at them. What's going on here? The room went silent. One manager stuttered. There's been a violation. We were handling it. The CEO crossed his arms. Really? By firing a new hire, on their first day? No one answered. He turned to me. What exactly did you do? My voice cracked. I didn't do anything, sir. I don't know what's happening. He studied me for a long moment.